Hi, I'm Jade, a realtor with Berkshire Hathaway. And this week on Talking Real Estate, I wanted to chat with you about the housing bubble. I oftentimes, when I'm out networking and meeting new people, they say to me, "When's the bubble going to burst?" And my response to that is that we are not currently in a housing crisis. Um, 45% of home sellers last year, according to a study that Clever Real Estate did, was talking about the fact that people thought housing was headed for a crash. And I wanted to share some facts to provide some insight to calm those fears and show you that the data does not show that that's what we're headed for. So, Dr. Lawrence Yun, who's the chief economist for the National Association of Realtors, is regularly referencing the fact that the country is still facing historically low levels of inventory, low levels of rental vacancies, which are consistent with multiple years of underproduction in real estate, in housing, and adding housing to the market. So, um, another fact that will help you is that mortgages are structured very differently today than they were prior to the recession in 2008. Lenders are much more strict about who they'll lend to based on the fact that individuals have to have higher credit scores and ability to pay requirements. Also, as I mentioned that the Dr. Lawrence Yun is talking about, housing inventory remains low. The nation is roughly 3 million homes short of meeting buyer demand, according to Freddie Mac. So these numbers are staggering. Um, Buyer demand continues to remain very, very high. And when you look at surveys that the National Association of Realtors are doing, home ownership ranks sometimes higher than marriage and having children. They want a successful job. They want to buy a home. This is very interesting, and this is a change as we see millennials have more buying power, as millennials are the largest force of individuals and generation buying now. So it's important to take that into consideration. And something that's really, really important to remember, particularly when we look at inflation, is that real estate can be a hedge against inflation. Now, I would encourage you to talk to your financial planners because certainly that is not my hat and my area of expertise. But when you look at fixed rate mortgages and locking in your monthly payment for 15 to 30 years as an average with conventional mortgages, you are keeping a steady payment and hedging against future rate hikes. The other thing is that homeowners stand to gain over the long run. So when you look at the statistics, homeowners who buy and hold their homes for at least 10 years have a 93% chance of selling their home for more than what they originally paid. And finally, one that is becoming more prevalent as you hear a shifting market, or you hear people talking about a shifting real estate market. A market correction is not the same as a crash. And this is the most important one that I want you to take away because they are very different. Some markets may experience a slight decrease in home prices as the markets readjust from recent rapid record highs, but these are not crashes. And this is something that Dr. Lawrence Yun is regularly talking about. So if you're curious and you want to know more about the real estate market, I always welcome a conversation. I'm happy to be a resource and answer any of your questions. Reach out. I'm happy to have a cup of coffee. There's no silly questions. I welcome your questions and connecting. Thanks so much.